Domo arigato. I don't know what's up with that lately. In the last video I did that too. I started with the Miyagi thing.
The hand warm?
Yeah, I don't know.
The magic hand warmer?
It's a little strange. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Look, it's our old friend, RJ. It's me. Oh, God, I almost did it again. I always do that. It's a me Mario thing. Anyway, this is a new locale, man. Or, what's this? No, it is. It's new to them. They've never seen... No, I've never done a video back here either. They're always in the truck. But, anyway, so... So RJ's here today as a guest star because it's an important, momentous occasion, man. It's a Civil War review, dude. And I actually don't know... I mean, I know you thought it was good, but this is the first time we've even talked about it since the movie came out. We both saw it over the weekend. I got my Cap shirt. He's got his Iron Man shirt. And, and I got a Spider-Man hat, which is kind of contradictory since they're on opposing sides, but I love them both.
They're from New York, though. So.
They are. They're both. That wasn't that awesome, that part.
That was pretty cool.
Actually, I didn't get a chance to ask you, after watching the movie, what team are you?
I have to say Cap. I mean, I am totally Iron Man, fan ever since, or forever, I guess. But
full life.
I guess, like, watching it, and my main take out of it, the movie was great overall. Lots to like. Some things that were weird. Some things that, I wish could have been done better, but I guess in the grand scheme, you get it, right? But that was kind of my biggest flaw with this, is that I didn't understand, like, when you hear about it, okay, sign this, because now you're going to work for the government. Why the hell would Tony Stark want to work...
You can say fuck here.
Oh, I can. Awesome. Why the fuck would Tony Stark even agree to something like that? Like, that kind of goes against his normal... I get it. He was sad that people died in Sokovia and in Chicago.
I think he felt really...
New York or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think he felt... I mean, because you're coming off the heels of Ultron.
Yeah,
and
which
I
was
think
his fault.
Hey, it's planes. Welcome to Chicago.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you don't edit. But it's not too bad over here. Anyway, I think okay. So basically, let's break it down. If you haven't seen the movie, don't watch this review because this is going to be chock full of spoilers because we're not movie critics and we don't care. Yeah. So the movie basically starts off with the Avengers off in Africa, I think, and they're doing a mission, and they're taking on Captain America's one of his main arch enemies, who they just fucking blow up. Like you got.
No, he blows himself up.
Well, I know, but Scarlet Witch got him in the bubble and threw him away, right? So basically, Scarlet Witch Wanda, she's like become a badass with these abilities, right? And Crossbones is there. They're trying to steal some shit. They stop him, but Captain America beats the shit out of him, but then he about to set up a bomb. Wanda puts a force field around him, and before he explodes, Wanda throws him into a building, and he blows up other people. So they were trying to save people, and they blew up other people. So now, the reason I'm even bothering to run down this whole stupid thing is that this scene is kind of a loose interpretation of the original Civil War thing that happened in the comic book. It's loose when I say that, meaning it didn't happen with the Avengers in the original Civil War, but this thing that happens in Africa in Civil War causes the government to finally say, you guys, like, this is just enough. Like, we've had enough. Like, you guys basically go off, you do whatever the hell you want, and then people die.
Right.
And you guys probably saw in the trailer, Captain America's like, I don't want to have anything to do with that, because he's basically saying, like...
Well, which makes sense, because in the other two movies prior to this is exactly what he was trying to keep from.
Yeah.
Having the government have too much control. So I totally understand why Team Cap
So you understand Cap's thing, I understand Cap's thing, but I also understand Iron Man's point of view, because Iron Man, dude, the running theme of Iron Man's character is he's an emotional guy. Sure. He's very emotional, dude. He does a lot of stuff based on emotion, man. And so Iron Man is feeling uber guilty over the fact that he created Ultron in Avengers 2, and Ultron almost destroyed the entire Earth. Right. So he's on the government side in this movie. Thus, where the split happens, Captain America, and then it's tough in a review to talk about everything that happens, but man, they introduce the Black Panther, who is played by Chadwick Boseman. If you don't know, he is Jackie Robinson from the movie 42. And he's also James Brown from Get On Up. So they introduce his character. They're signing the Sokovia Accords. That's what they call this document. Yeah. And somebody blows the shit up, and they think that it's Bucky.
Right.
He's been gone since the Winter Soldier. Now Cap goes and tries to find him. Boom, bang, pow. They're on their own little mission together, and there's a split. It's a big movie. It's really I mean, and Iron Man now is getting progressively more pissed at him because he thinks, why wouldn't you want to sign this? You're making it harder on everybody. And Cap is like, no, fuck that. Cap is like, fuck the government, which is like such a cool aspect of it. Captain America is like, fuck
against
the government.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
I get why. No, you know what? Actually, I was just thinking about why you said that. Maybe one of the main reasons Stark agrees is because he's the only one that can't really hide. I mean, if he goes against the government, they'll shut him all down. I mean, everything that he does, all his business, all his money is pretty much shut down.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a motivation.
Maybe that has something to do with it. But
and he randomly has no relationship with Pepper anymore either.
But this is a guy who does not like to be told what to do. Historically, does not like to be told what he can and cannot do. So it was just hard for me to swallow that part. But like you said, it was a long movie. It was a big movie. I thought some of it kind of got drawn out in the middle when they're arguing whether they should or they shouldn't. I thought maybe that time could have been filled with, because I really don't think they did enough with Black Panther. I get why they did it,
though, man. It's a tough thing to do. I mean, I guess I feel like he's in there because they wanted to make the movie, and which they are, and he was so badass, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it really was.
Cool.
But I get what you're saying. It's kind of like, it was tough to set. It's tough to set him up, dude, and they really had their hands full with this movie. But the thing with this movie versus other movies that will remain nameless is that we have so many other movies before this that built up the characters. Yeah. So it's easy to kind of be like, all right, here's Spider-Man, here's Black Panther, because we don't have to try to explain Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow. We don't got to explain War Machine. We don't got to explain Hawkeye. They've already had their stuff talked about. Right. So I think, I don't know, I see what you're saying. It was kind of like quick, but at the same time, it didn't bother me too much because the other characters already had their day. You know what I mean? Right. So...
And I get it, because they have the next movies to kind of more further explain how this happened. Because he went from just being this prince to all of a sudden a super badass in like a day, basically. He killed his dad, next day, here he is. He's the superhero you never heard of. But, I mean, like I said, minor things. One of the things I actually really liked about this movie was the development of current characters. I really like what they did with Falcon. I mean, he went from somebody who you'd think shouldn't even be rolling with these guys to somebody who actually was holding his own and well. I mean, his wings were weapons. He's got
Red Wing now, man. They got
really cool.
The robot version of his pet counterpart, but yeah, man, Clarence a long time ago, man. He's no longer is he the butt of Eminem's jokes.
Right, but I mean, I thought he was more formidable. I mean, the progression with Ant-Man going to Giant Man, I thought was probably one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah. Oops, spoiler.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's a spoiler review. But
that's an awesome thing about Ant-Man. I mean, when he's like the only character who's been like 4 different characters. I mean, he's been Ant-Man, but then he can do it the other way, and he can become Giant Man, and then he's had different names, different costumes. He's kind of always had fun with it. So to see him like that big fighting off all these guys, awesome.
I thought it was cool as hell too, is how he acted the way you think he would act, which is basically like, holy shit, I'm hanging with the Avengers. Yeah. Like, and that was cool as hell to me. And I liked how they did that with Spider-Man because, introducing Spider-Man, which, man, does this movie get my props on this, because introducing a character that we're kind of a little sick of, and not only making him awesome, but making you want to now watch a movie. Like, I couldn't, like, when I was watching it, I'm like, all right, I'm going to get it, Spider-Man, I get it. And then him and Robert Downey Jr. are in scenes together, and I'm just like, dude, give me this. Like, I just want to watch
that's
these.
exactly what they're going to do.
And they are. He's in Spider-Man,
He's going to be like his mentor, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I love the fact that they made you now go from Spider-Man burnout to like, hell yeah, let's see a movie of this guy, because he was awesome, man.
But it is a total reboot. I mean, he's younger than you've ever seen. I mean, he looks more naive, but he's also looked smarter than any of the Spider-Men that you've actually seen.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting way of doing it. So I really thought that was cool.
Yeah, man.
I thought he did good in the fight scenes.
And it's man, how about that airport scene? My
That's
God,
what that was awesome.
I mean, it's so tough because, in essence, this is a Captain America movie,
right,
because they do focus a lot on the fact that, like, Bucky's trying to figure himself out. Then you find out about Baron Zemo, which is another guy. Just he's in there, and he's actually not bad. I heard a lot of people weren't feeling him. I was like, you know what? He served his purpose. You know what I mean?
I thought he was all right. I mean, you can't have every kind of comic interpretation of these bad guys. You couldn't have a purple hooded guy running around causing all this shit. So
yeah, and I like the fact that he set them all up to find out that in fact, spoiler again, Bucky is actually the person who killed Tony Stark's parents years and years prior. So you get that scene from the trailer where they're just beating the shit out of each other. And yeah, part of me was thinking, Tony knows he was hypnotized. What's his fucking problem? But then the other part of me is thinking, even if I knew you were hypnotized and I saw a video of you beating my mother to death, I'd be a little hard pressed not to kick the shit out of you, dude. Like, it will be like, yeah, even though it's not your fault, like, fuck, you at least deserve an ass kicking. Maybe not a death, but
but I think actually what really did it though was that Captain America knew this and he didn't tell him.
Oh yeah, that was and dude, what?
Now you're defending this piece of shit again.
What a scene, man! I mean, that scene alone, it really just like plane. Game on. It really, hey man, the staple of this channel is no editing and not giving a fuckery. So, yeah, man, I know this is a long ass video. This is probably the longest video. No, I
don't know. It's a normal video.
No, I mean, dude, it's a huge fucking movie, dude.
Really
it's so hard to talk about all of it in one, just one thing. But we'll probably, for sure, we're gonna talk about it in depth on our podcast, Getting Back to Gotham, SoundCloud. But yeah, man, I just wanted to talk about it with RJ today because the both of us are just huge fans of Marvel, the franchise, and I wanted to know what he thought and every so often I throw a movie review up on the channel because, hey, man, it's not all about serious motivation. You gotta have some fucking fun once in a while.
It's not.
No, it's not. It's not. No, it should be, right? Oh, no. But yeah, man, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff we probably missed. But overall, man, I thought this movie definitely, man, it's an A. It's not a perfect movie, but it's an A, man.
I love the beginning. The middle dragged on a bit, and the way they closed it was great. Some things I would have liked them to have done differently, but I get why they didn't.
Yeah, and I'm just impressed that they were able to like balance so many different things in a movie and make it good, which I guess proves that you can do it. It can be done, and
it's not the first time they've done it.
But it's incredible, man. And so that is it, guys. The ticker's going down, so we gotta stop this video. But hey, you know what? Let us know what you thought of the movie. Comment on this, alright? We're gonna go work on comics and stuff. Okay? Peace!